Hi everyone, I'm Rosemary Miller and I am backstage at the Forbes BOK Summit with Jordan Live, the founder and CEO of Living Live Foundation. Thank you so much for joining me today, Jordan.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So Jordan, tell us about your foundation. What inspired you to create it?
Well, ultimately just creatives inspire me. I'm a creative by nature, not by choice. So, just in Atlanta, I just want to see creatives thrive, not only survive, but to truly soar. And so I plan on doing some flying. I want other people to do some flying as well. So that's inspiration.
I love that. You said I am a creative by nature, not by choice. Could you expand on that?
It's just something that, I would say just came naturally to me. It's not something that, I chose or I could study upon, even though I did. I'm a graduate of Clark Atlanta University. So, I went to Clark to brush up on, really hone in on my skills, but ultimately it's something that came naturally to me. And just like many creatives, that's the same thing as well. But with our organization, Living Live Foundation, we want to make sure that creatives have those opportunities, that those resources to really thrive and to really go about and, to just tap into their dreams like no other.
So at what point in your life did you realize, I am a creative, this is just me?
I would say early on, it was forever embedded in me, just in me. I would say my favorite singer of all time is Whitney Houston. All my friends know that. This year we had the opportunity of getting a grant from the Whitney Houston Legacy Foundation for our youth program, Lighting the Way. So I would say as the start of the very beginning, seeing Whitney and Brandy and Cinderella and just seeing how much the diversity and inclusion was on full display. You remember those things as a kid. It lingers and the impact is so massive. So, with our youth program, specifically working with the kids at the Barack Michelle Obama Academy, making that imprint now, because it makes a difference, a tremendous difference when you start early. But also we cater to, creatives of all ages, making sure that they have those, just the capability and the opportunity to do whatever they want to do, to try and mess up and try again, experiment, and figure out what works for them as a creative.
So first of all, I love Whitney, and I know what you're talking about with the Brandy and Whitney thing. Brandy was in tears when she met Whitney. I know what you're talking about. Okay? But Jordan, give us some details on what the day-to-day looks like at Living Live Foundation.
The day-to-day is it's all over the place for creatives, but in a great way, because we have so many things that we're working on. Working with the youth, we're working with the Collegiate Career Readiness Program that we're launching at my alma mater, Clark Atlanta University, film program, making sure that they have what they need as well, bringing in those directors, those famed producers and people that are actually in the field on set day to day to give the students, the real time, just expertise and experience. Because it's one thing to hear stuff from professors, but it's another thing to hear, the real inside scoop from people who are actually in the field doing it. So the day to day for Living Live Foundation, it's a lot going on, but it's a lot going on in the best way because I'm passionate. I'm a creative by nature, like I told you, and I love to see creatives doing their thing, and that's what we're going to make sure that creators are able to do.
So could you give us a steps of how you created it? Okay, you have the idea. How did you bring it to life?
It lingered for a while, like a lot of great things. It might come as a pebble, and then you'll put it off and not pay attention to it, and then it'll come as a rock, and then a whole the brick house fall on you, and then you have to give it some attention. So that's sort of like the idea was for the foundation. I couldn't put it off any longer, and especially being a creator myself, having friends that are creative, and seeing that there was a void that needed filling, a need for creatives to really be empowered and just energized. I was like, okay, we got to do something, and if not them, then us, then me, somebody has to do it. So you just ultimately putting the plan in action, laying the groundwork for the foundation and the formation of it all, getting a team of people, because you are only as strong as your team. So I know some incredible folks who know some incredible folks. So we, rallied and got a good solid team together to cover the basis of the arts, from television, from film, screenwriting to songwriting. We have performers on our board. It runs the gamut. and just carving out the mission, carving out who we wanted to target. I know I wanted to see my people in mind. I know I want to see us do great things. So just bringing all that together, bringing that beauty, that greatness together that I know we have. And that's where we are today, Living Live Foundation. So we're on our way. We're small but mighty, but we're on our way.
Well, you make it sound so easy. Like, oh, we just brought this team together and now we're doing it. I don't believe that it was like that.
Yeah.
What are some challenges that you endured that you had to overcome?
I'll say the challenges for sure, just being transparent with you, is, not having all the resources or all the funds, but you have the idea. You have the passion, you have the heart and determination for it. So it's making sure that, you are planning accordingly, that you are still striding and having those blinders on like a horse. And like, no matter how tough the day is, one day, you know what the ultimate goal is in mind. It's my people. I want to see people like me, like you, have the opportunity to really thrive. And I say that because I believe that to be true. I know the difference it makes when, I see someone that looks like you that's on set, that's probably on set on a predominantly white set, but just that impact, just the difference that makes, one step at a time. So the days are long, and they're not always easy. They're not always great days, but I know in the grand scheme of things, in the long haul, it's going to be worth it. If not for me, the next person behind me, because what are we doing it for if it's not a little easier for the next person?
It is worth it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jordan. You're
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.